One word about Bluestem, I would say, is congruence.
Intentional.
Going home.
So the word I would use to describe Bluestem is evolution.
Peaceful.
Conservation.
Nature.
Opportunity.
Working.
I say evolution because just as the land out here at Bluestem is evolving from farmland to Piedmont prairie, and the woods are turning back to hardwoods, the process of families grieving and honoring their deceased is also evolving out here at Bluestem.
Bluestem gives permission for one to be creative about the ceremony. Where else could I have done that?
I think it was very personalized. Heidi and Jeff are amazing every step of the way. They answered more questions than I thought possibly could be asked, especially from our father.
I would say Bluestem is constellating a lot of different and very sensitive things. So you have human life, you have the environment, you have conservation. You get the sense that all of those things are deeply cared for, valued, and respected.
Nature is enough, and that's all we need. It doesn't need to be more.
Nature is just, it's my place of peace. Just listening to the birds. Of course, it's spring now, so they're really active. I don't know, it just evokes this feeling of peacefulness.
If you walk through the forest alone and you're only listening to the birds, the wind through the trees, that's about as close to nature as you can get. And for my wife to be buried in a spot like that is magical. Something I never thought would happen or could happen until Bluestem came along.
I believe there's a spirit that connects everything in the world together, and we don't always connect ourselves to that spirit, partly because we don't have places to do that, and this is a place to connect to that spirit.
If there's any place that's spiritual, it's there.
The grounds are sacred, not only because it's a cemetery, it's sacred in that sense, but it's also sacred just because it's caring for the land and a beautiful place.
To think about other people here, strangers, they're going to be strangers. They're going to be strangers buried in the area. They're going to be strangers walking around, but enjoying this. It's not the typical cemetery. It's not mown with the stones, with the... I'm not knocking typical cemeteries, it's just not for me. And the more I have read about it, the less I would agree to have that happen.
My brother, Akalima, and I came out here for a tour. And it was like this feeling just came over me when they said you're walking into the cemetery. And I'm like, what? You know, all of this is gonna be a cemetery? And we were just blown away.
Bluestem means to me being part of a community, a like-minded community. It gives me an opportunity to work on projects that I've had a long-standing belief in, such as the trail building and providing habitat for the animals, and also being part of the green burial process is really important to me.
This is a magical place. I come here and I always notice that the land hums. You can feel this sort of humming vibration, and you come and you can just sort of settle into it. I love the big sky, and for somebody who lives in the city with trees, I don't always get to see the big sky, and so coming out here is a chance to really see the sky. the land would say one thing, I think it might say, here I am.
Thank you.
Forever.
Welcome. It would say welcome. And I would say I'm very glad to be here. Thank you very much.
Welcome home. Yeah, welcome home.
It's a great space for end of life and also for living. So here you're communing with the dead and also the living, because this place is really alive. So that's what I would say to the community. Think about Bluestem.